watching TikToks, and like I grabbed this stool and I put it under my feet, so I was in like a squatting position, and give or take, I was sweating the whole time. And I shit so hard, bro. I literally had to go lay down in the shower. I was laying down in the shower.
Where are we
for
going?
20 minutes.
Where are we going? You have sun grinding in those buildings?
No, I don't. It's fine. It's fine. They don't see
Yeah,
me.
you do. You definitely do. I see
No,
them.
no, they don't see me. We're good. I might have fucked up.
You grabbed the most wanted?
I didn't know such thing.
Fuck!
No. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Take it back.
Wow.
Off. Get off. It's my face. Go away. Okay. Someone clip that. Someone clip it. I know you're going to. Just get it done with.
If you can kind of bump him. Get him! Oh, yeah! Oh,
Oh, you son of a bitch.
And there was a topography guy that I was talking about.
You son of a
I got a
How many terabytes? Yeah.
and I still feel like it ain't enough.
Wish chat said my voice was real low on stream, so I think I have it fixed. But if not, we may not have my voice, and it'll just be you guys responding to responding to invisible questions.
It's better.
Yeah. So we were on China Ban's new Black Ops game. So yeah, China has banned it. It's it will not be allowed. Now I didn't do a whole lot of research on this, but I'm assuming it's because one, it's probably Cold War themed. China's probably not portrayed in like the most friendly light would be my guess.
Illusion. I have some insight on that.
Oh, Cap knows things.
So the original trailer was 2 minutes long. There, at the end, there was a scene from where a guy was staying in the street, not allowing the tanks to go by.
Yep.
Oh,
like
I
Tiananmen,
know
like
yeah.
like Tiananmen Square style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's exactly what. As soon as that came on, China instantly banned it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
Oh,
Yeah.
here's the
So-
article about it.
So Treyarch immediately took it out and redid a whole new trailer for it, which is only like a minute now. So they took out that entire scene.
Yeah.
Still, though, like, that's not gonna change China's.
yeah.
No, it's not. It's not going to change anything, but
Yeah.
But I mean the whole part of the game is based around real life events. Things that happened.
I want to know what editor let that go through, though. Like, you had to know, like,
How
as
many
soon,
editors?
like, yeah.
Really? 'Cause,
like you had to know that was gonna happen. Like,
Speaking from an editor standpoint, like I understand, like I understand that, like some of these younger guys, they don't know the history behind that, so
Yeah.
they don't think about that kind of stuff.
there's got to be somebody though.
See, but that's what I like too, though, is the fact that like that whole thing is talking about know your history, like, and it's like again, like I said, like the fact that it's going back to like actual shit, like not just like fabricated things, like that's what what Call of Duty started out as, playing the
History of
it
war.
was like World War II and
like all the different wars and shit, and
yeah, no, I just don't like. I really don't understand. There had to have been somebody that was like, 40 or something that was old enough to remember Tiananmen Square happening.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember learning that.
I don't know.
Pretty
I
bad.
think the average age of a video game designer is somewhere around 28.
Oh well,
29.
yeah, for sure. I mean, for the designers, but like, it's
But
gotta,
man,
it's gotta
somebody
go
in
through
there,
through a copywriter, like an
At
SVP,
least
and
CEO and all that.
yeah, an SVP had to have looked at it. Somebody had to have looked at the trailer before it was going to come out and been like, "Huh, that might piss off the Chinese. Maybe we shouldn't release that if we want all of their market." Like,
I'm not gonna lie. The Chinese
Well,
have
it's
been
just
in
like-
enough trouble.
Yeah, it's just like the Homefront games. Korea
Yeah.
banned those in a heartbeat.
yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. North Korea. Oh.
but
they
I
had
mean, that's a good sized market, but that's like a way smaller market than China.
Well, I'm just saying though, like even then they were thinking about, all right, well, who could we switch it to? Could we make it an unnamed country or a new country, whatever?
Yeah.
But they decided to keep it the way it was
Yeah.
because of the way the game was supposed.
Yeah.
It was based off of a movie, so they kept it accurate.
No,
You know, if you're
Yeah.
mad about historical events, that's too bad.
Yeah. No, and that's that's like what I'm thinking. Like, if you are okay with like backpedaling and completely redoing your trailer, then you obviously didn't do that intentionally. But if you're doing it intentionally and you're like, all right, fuck it, we're just gonna call out the Chinese for this crap, like, okay, that's what you're doing, but you clearly fucked up because you're willing to go back and redo the entire trailer.
What is it? Wasn't it Black Ops? What 2, 1? It had Vietnam in it. You don't see the Vietnamese
It's
government kicking our out,
Yeah, it was
bitching about
one-
it.
Yeah.
Well, just like the what was it, Battlefield Bad Company took place in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
Yeah. No, I mean, oh well. China does weird things with their technology anyway. They
They're just
they
they're
want
just mad.
they want
They're
any
just mad
excuse to
with-
shut anything down that they don't have direct control of. So
They're just mad because we're the two-time. We're the two-time champs.
two times.
Two times. Not just once, not just, but twice.
America.
America.
And then no one does.
That and the holy hellfire we did lay upon them.
nuke.
That was
I got my head held up.
that was a different country. Just,
Oh, yeah.
she just say,
Still,
I
we
know, I was
had
just
to
thinking
teach
about
people a lesson, okay?
oh my goodness.
Send them to Duke.
Hey, people learned a lesson.
All right, I think
It was
that
hard.
is all the random COD information that came out for this week. We do have some more cool stuff though that's kind of happening in the tech worlds. NVIDIA 3000 series pricing leaked, and it's actually not that astronomical
Yeah.
when you break it down, like kind of performance, like the value to performance breakdown isn't that bad. So basically, for the 3060 series, you're looking at $400, 3070 $600, 3080 is $800, and then the 3090, which is essentially going to be, it's replacing their Titan. So there's no Titan SKU this year. Those are going to
Wait,
be
which
those are
one's
going to be
replacing the
$1,400. The 3090.
Oh.
You made my heart hurt with those numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really not that bad compared
Yeah,
to
I
what's
mean-
out right now.
No.
Compared to what I paid for
Well,
my
I mean,
28.
considering you're getting a new one that's coming, of course they're gonna up the prices of what's
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
But even then, what the 2060 is going for about 500-600 right now.
Yeah, so
And before you
2060's
deal with
MS right. So a 2060's actual MSRP is $349.99 as the actual MSRP. So, and that's about what you're seeing in the other cards too. Is it's about a $50 price bump per card over their actual MSRP. Now, right now MSRPs are jacked.
Yeah,
just
like,
because
the one that I have,
there's no supply.
The 2080 Ti, the one that I bought, the MSI one, is like almost $1,800. So
Yeah.
I paid $12 for that.
Yeah,
thing
and
when I
it's
bought
a
it.
$1,200 MSRP. But there's no TI, or at least not right now, sitting between the 80 series and the 90, which is going to be the Titan series card. So really, you're getting that top tier of performance without stepping into crazy Titan land for $800, which is really actually cheaper than what it would have cost to get into that same tier last year, which is kind of cool. Considerably cheaper, like $400. So the 3080 is probably the best value per dollar.
But doesn't a Titan usually run like $4,000?
No. So Titan's about 1,500.
Oh, okay. Then we're talking about the wrong Titan.
Yeah.
Or I'm thinking about the wrong Titan.
Are you thinking about the RTX?
Yeah,
Probably,
the
yeah.
RTX Titan's MSRP is like $1,495.
I want to see what they come out with for like high, like unlimited budget, high end.
So that will be the 3090 is as high as they're going. So they went through the ECC process, which is the process where they go through like the Federal Trade Commissions and stuff like that, and they actually get their SKUs listed out for all of the cards that are going to be produced. And there's 121 different SKUs, so that covers all the different manufacturers that will be making cards right now for them at release, and NVIDIA themselves. And the highest SKU is a 3090, and it's a 3090 SLI card. So it's designed like a water cooled, designed to be run together. And then the 3090s are also the only cards that will support SLI. So if you want to go like a crazy dual GPU system, you're shelling out $2,800 plus.
Sheesh.
I mean, are games moving back to SLI? Is that something that is coming back?
Yeah, so it's not so much that games ever moved away from it. It's more that NVIDIA stopped pushing out drivers to support it, to actually utilize the dual GPUs. So yes, NVIDIA is planning on pushing drivers to 3090 series cards that will give you like actual SLI boost. Even then though, like even when SLI was supported, I had a system that ran on dual 290s back in the day. You only saw about a 30% bump in performance by adding a second card. It wasn't that crazy. But the value is really good for these cards. So like we're talking about performance, the 3060 is going to perform like a 2070 Super does currently. The 3070 is going to perform like a 2080 Ti does currently. And then the 3080 will actually be 25 to 35% better than the 2080 Ti, depending on what you're actually doing with it, whether it's straight up video rendering or like gameplay. And then the 3090 is going to be 15 to 25% better than the 3080.
It's not bad at all.
I think the biggest impact is what it really means is that you're going to be able to build like a really, really good like single PC streaming PC for like $1,200, because you're going to be able to get that 3060 and have a really, really good experience on a single PC stream. Because that's going to be like it's going to be like streaming on it's going to be like streaming on a 2070 Super right now. Which, you know, like in Warzone, you can expect to see 120 FPS, pretty much whatever resolution you're going to play.
And when are all these coming out?
The end of the month.
Oh, okay, nice.
Or end of September, I guess, technically.
Yeah.
All right, Daddy Trump, I need my stimulus check.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of that,
That ain't no Trump's doing. That's your senators there.
speaking of that,
I was just making a joke, man.
has anybody anybody on PC looked at their RAM usage lately and to see if it's over? Because mine is way over.
So what do you?
Black Ops.
I heard
When
you.
I play Call of Duty.
I heard you and Hayes talking about this last night. What RAM usage are you talking about? Are you talking about VRAM on your GPU or your CPU RAM?
I think it's the CPU RAM that's in the like if you go to graphics and you set all that in that.
He's talking about his VRAM.
That's your VRAM.
VRAM.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason it's way past that line for some reason now.
Okay.
And it never was before.
So they changed some of their settings, like the way, like, if you look at the actual patch notes, the way that they actually calculate that, it's not so much that they've actually changed, it's that what changed the way they display the graphs, essentially, in their systems. So you're actually using the same. They're just displaying it more accurately now, because I think that's probably what was causing a lot of people's like lag issues and stuff like that. Was they were running their settings too high for what their card would support, and Call of Duty wasn't showing you like the right VRAM usage, so you were running into like lag issues because you were fully saturating your VRAM.
Well, I did my stream last night, and it was running about, I think, 2,800 or 2,700, a little give or take in between there. But I had no problems with my stream, no lag issues, no nothing. I had it pulled up on my PC. I had yours open. I think I had a couple other ones.
So that's not the multitasking wouldn't utilize your VRAM though. Your VRAM is just on your graphics card. It has nothing to do with the RAM on your CPU. So it's not going to be like using the like how Chrome utilizes RAM or anything like that. That's a different thing. But your card has, I believe, 4 gigabytes of VRAM on it, the 1060. Yes. So I mean, 27 should be fine for you.
Yeah, it said it had like 2988 on the on the little bar.
Because I did see mine go up as well. I still have more than enough VRAM. Like my card has 12 gigs, but I think it bumped mine up to over 5, and it was like running max settings. It was like at 4 something. So
Very
4,
nice.
But it's over 5 now. So I just think they shifted the way they calculate it for you. It's not necessarily that it's using anymore, just actually reflected accurately now.
At least I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, very soon. Very, very soon. So yeah, I think like $1,200 streaming PC, you're going to be able to go with that like a 3600X still, something like that, or whatever the equivalent new processor is. I'm sure will be right around the same price. You'll be at $1,200 and you'll be on a ballin' PC. You know, if you wanted to step that up and spend another $200, you could have like a ridiculous 4K gaming rig for like $1,400, which would be silly. Because that's like $700 less than what you would have spent last year building a comparable system, which is cool. Now on to things.
What kind of CPU?
Yeah, I mean literally any CPU though. I mean you could go with a 3600X. You could go, if you wanted to go Intel, you could go like 9700K would keep you right in that same budget. Which a 9700 or a 10700K you could go with. A 10700K would keep you in the same budget, and a 10700K is just a 9900K from last year. They're literally the same card. Yeah, they're the same exact card.
Not
bad. So that's it for NVIDIA news, but we have Sony news, which is exciting, mostly because it's also AMD news. Sony's is going to be limiting the supply of PS5s that you can order for at least a year, is what I've heard. When you put them out, so basically every person will be only be able to order one per household, and that's of either model. So either the driveless model or the model with an actual disk drive. You'll only be able to have one in for a year, and that's probably because of like a GPU shortage coming from AMD, just because they've been so much busier than what they've expected, and they anticipate their new cards to be super competitive from a pricing and performance standpoint. So
I wonder what the thermals are going to be like on that for that CPU that's going in that game.
I don't think it'll be too big a deal. I mean, it's essentially a mobile CPU, so they'll limit.
It's like one they tuck in a laptop.
Yeah, it's like one of the ones they tuck in a laptop, which those are monster CPUs. Those are the only 4000 CPUs that are out right now. The 4000 series, the real 4000 series, and they crush anything Intel has to offer. the top tier one like beats a 10900K in gaming, and it's a mobile CPU. So I think it's a 4950X is what they call it, or something like that, or a 4950XE. It's silly, but I think it's going to be you're going to have a hard time getting a Sony PS5 when comes time to buy a console for Christmas this year.
Looks like Hitman's gonna have to convert to Xbox.
Yeah,
Oh, darn.
yeah. What are you gonna do, Hitman?
No, so honestly, I don't buy the first gen systems anymore because I want a view that actually had the yellow light of death on PS3 because I bought that first gen and like it was so frustrating because like I'm decently handy with electronics. Like I can watch a video and I can figure the shit out and I can pull it apart and fix it. So I was able to fix it, but it would literally last like a week. So it was like so dumb. Like, so
yeah, and you fixing it voided the warranty on it. Like,
oh yeah,
but I mean, sucked, but
sending it back wasn't going to do anything either.
No, sending it back wasn't going to do anything, and sending it back was also going to take you 5 months to get you a console back because they were so backed up. I did the same thing. Yeah,
that's just like with the first gen. What is it, 360 with the Red Ring of Death?
Three Rings of Death. Yep.
I went through 2 of those, and I was like, okay, I'm fixing the second one. Tore it apart, new thermal.
Goddamn heat sinks.
Yeah.
It's trash, dude.
Yeah.
I just remember Steele used to take his apart and have to like clean an eye off or whatever, and then put it all back together. And he had to do like all, the ribbon had to be sewed. And I'm just like, you're doing the most.
The PS2s, like you said, the
optical
eye
sensor.
for reading the disc would off. Yeah, it would be off. Like you would have to take it apart. So like my last PS2 that I had, like I just left it apart basically, so that I could just easily fix it. Yeah.
So here's a random gaming fun fact that I learned while actually looking into the PS5 order. The original Sony PlayStation is still in use in a lot of DJ circles because it has the highest quality CD drive that's ever been produced. Like it's the best one that's ever been made for some reason. Like
funny.
Okay.
It was equivalent. I mean, it was equivalent to like it was equivalent to like a $2,000 dedicated like CD drive, like just a music player. So a lot of people will snap them up on eBay and just like tear apart the internals just to get like at the optical drive and that assembly.
Here you go.
Wow.
Your optical drive.
Yeah. And they'll just like rebox it into like something a little prettier, more modern looking, and that's what they'll use if they need to play a CD.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I'd want
that is
for my setup.
Right.
Like actually power that bitch on and like.
Why does that not surprise any of us?
Shoot, what was it?
She'd went to PlayStation even then.
Remember that like you could get the Sony, it wasn't a DVD player, but if anything that was like had an encoded soundtrack on it, you could just put the movie into your PlayStation and you could play the soundtrack off of it by itself. So it would play like half its movie. That would be really fun. I remember doing
I don't know if y'all remember, there was always like that last like secret song on a CD.
Yeah.
And there's like some CD players would catch it and some wouldn't. I know I bought a bunch of CDs back in the day that had them on there. The only thing that would ever catch it
was your PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
And you'd be able to like fast forward through the very end of the song and then it'd catch it and it'd get it just right and it'd start playing that last one CD song.
Yep. Yeah, that was fun.
I remember being in bed like asleep and that I guess the music went off and I didn't know and it was a long gap in between and then the song started and I remember scared the crap out of me because I was trying to go to sleep.
Yeah, we're not old.
Yeah.
I think it was
not old at all.
Alien Ant Farm CD that I had that did that?
Yeah, that was the one that had Smooth Criminal on it.
Yeah. No,
well, I was way older. Mine was Alanis Morissette.
Ooh, little jagged little pill.
Yeah, I think it was. And that song at the end, it was kind of like I don't know, it was kind of like sounded, I don't know, like she was like crying almost, so it just startled the hell out of me. Just the way her voice comes out. She's like, and I was like, ooh.
Butterfly's like, who the fuck is crying?
No, who the fuck is in my room? No, I just remember that secret song. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff was fun. But what was it? I had the first PlayStation with that portable little screen.
Yeah.
And I love that thing, man. I had the car adapter for everything. My mom was pissed off because she couldn't get the cigarette lighter in there to light her cigarette. Like, you turn it off, I can't play my game. You want me to cry and complain about it?
God, no.
And then my little brother got pissed because I wouldn't let him use mine. It was like, dude, go buy one. Mom won't give me one.
All right, now that's the news portion of the rigmarole. So now we have a few questions that a sleeping Mast has posited us. So from Mast Beyond the Grave. So who's your favorite video game villain? Was his first question.
I don't know about favorite, but honestly, when the question was posed, first thing that popped in my mind is just the classic Bowser. Like, because it was like a very well balanced villain, but he was just annoying enough to make you drive.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's a good one, because that was he was the first real video game villain, right?
Yeah.
Back on it.
I mean, to me, I'm sure there might have been some before that, but that was the first one that I ever played, and
yeah.
My favorite video game villain, and it's probably gonna piss some people off. General Shepard from Modern Warfare 2.
That's who I was gonna say.
That motherfucker.
What a troll.
What a troll.
As a child, if you did not feel hurt,
personally betrayed,
you did not play the game right.
Yeah, no, that was a good one for sure. I'm trying to think. That's the damn dog, man, and fucking Duck Hunt. That bastard.
That's another one that I thought about too. He's not even a villain; he's just an antagonist.
That's funny.
The goddamn dog.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Not a fan. Guy pops up laughing at me. Jerk.
I missed the duck.
I don't need this shit today, okay? I had a bad day.
Listen, if I could have shot the dog, I would have been happy, but
Get a consolation shot.
Yeah. Sit down, dog. Back to the lobby.
I don't think I really have a favorite villain myself. I guess the only villains that stand out to me is the old school Mario Brothers, and the one that I just watched, Hitman, and I won't give that bitch any credit. She didn't die. So. I got just
goddamn Abby.
Fucking Abby, yeah.
I just can't. I didn't even want to say her name. I was just not even going to give her credit, but I just can't stand her. So, yeah, no. So I guess it was just old school to me, to beat the game and see him beat. Was that Bowser too? Was that him from back from the original Nintendo Super Mario Brothers?
Yeah. All those, the big shellback dinosaur looking thing with fireballs.
Yeah. Fireballs, yes, I do remember those. Mhm.
So
Yeah, so not Abby.
the one that I
That's
was
all I gotta
thinking
say.
about too, and I just remembered his name was Andros from the Star Fox games, because his character was kind of fun, but like,
I never played those.
oh yeah, they were wicked fun.
That was
It
in
might be a
64.
little too old for
Yeah, those were
me.
N64.
Yeah, see, that's why I never did it. Like I said, I went back to N64 for GoldenEye like years after
Yeah.
N64 was the thing. That was it.
Fuck Odd Job.
Nice.
Fucking hated Odd Job. And my buddy, every time we played it, that's the only one he would pick. I'm like, dude, no.
Stop.
The human cheat code. No.
Right, go.
Favorite video game villain. Let's see. Hmm.
Michael Vick in Madden 2004. If you were playing again.
I told you my strat. We were playing like blitz, going for all the penalties after the play. He was easy to injure after that.
I mean, mine would have to be like the Flood from Halo. That would be it. That was a pain in the ass.
The Arbiter was pretty good in Halo too.
Yeah, but I mean,
He wasn't like a straight up villain, but kinda.
yeah. Well, yeah, he. I mean, between Halo 2 and between Halo 2 and Halo 3, about what all the shit that, or Halo 1 and 2, what happened to him is, that's a completely different story. But, him finally joining us, it would have been nice to see, a good fight scene between Chief and the Arbiter.
And Master Chief. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been great.
Yeah, that would have been
because
fun.
I mean they would go at each other's throat, sometimes in Halo 3, but that and the brutes, they were a pain in the ass.
Yep. Yes, they were.
But it was definitely the Flood for me in Halo.
And the last question from Masked Beyond the Grave. I think everybody's answered, right? Cap, have you given us your video game villain?
Yeah, I was going with Shepard as well. But Mikey said it already.
Yeah. Goddamn, Mikey.
I'll let Mikey go first.
And dude.
All right. And then, all right, now for real for the last question from Masked Beyond the Grave. What would you do if video games stopped existing right now?
I'd be mad because I missed out for so long and now they're gone. Like, dude, that's not fair.
Have any of you guys seen the movie Yesterday?
Yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah. So it kind of like that.
but
Like you wake up and like everything, like, just random things are gone.
Yeah.
Like never existed.
Listen, my coding skills aren't that good to like recreate that movie, though. Like, that was a cool movie, though.
No, I would probably try to get back into like legit basketball playing shape and go try to play in the league.
How tall are you?
I was very, very close coming out of college.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
Yeah.
I used to be able to dunk. I was like the 3-and-D player. I was one roster spot away from at the time it was the D League, it's now the G League, but I was one roster spot away from the team. The coach told me that had I played better in the scrimmage, I would have been on the team.
Nice.
So yeah, I'd probably go ahead and give that one more shot.
Yeah. I honestly, I would probably just watch more shit, like as far as Netflix and stuff, which is bad because I already watch enough with gaming.
Right.
Like, but I would probably like watch like all the odds and ends movies that like I haven't delved into so far. Because other than that, like I already feel productive enough with the work that I do most of the time that I don't want to go and do more work.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would probably end up reading a shit ton of books.
That's, I would
Initially,
go back to reading.
yeah, I'd read like a shit ton of books initially, and then I'd like have to start writing again. But until then,
I can't
be
even imagine lab writing, like dark and sadistic shit.
Go back and try and be a comedian. That's what I try and do.
I can see that.
I probably did. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say probably not big crowds, but I could see him being a comedian.
like the small improv bar comedian.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be the next, what is it, Ralphie May, but goddamn, I'll make you piss your pants in a small bar.
Well, hopefully you're not going to be the next Ralphie May, because that motherfucker's dead. But
But he was he was freaking hilarious.
He's probably one of the better comedians that didn't get to go as far as he could have.
Yeah, he could. I know he had like 2 or 3 Netflix specials.
Yeah, he had a couple. He was good.
Yeah.
His ostentatious one that's my favorite one. But yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Cap, you were saying you were gonna do what?
I'd probably dive into music somewhere along the lines, or motocross. Get into that.
Okay.
Did
you do motocross before?
No, fuck that. Hell no. Been there, done that. Don't want to go back. Thank you. Did my time.
I don't get me wrong. I mean,
Can kiss my ass goodbye. The only thing I miss about that is my buddies. That's the only thing I miss. Everything else can go to hell.
I mean, if I didn't have Sean, I'd probably still be doing it.
Got a steel siding.
We got a steel siding.
If I didn't have my kids, I'd definitely go into contracting.
With Chick-fil-A.
You didn't bring enough for the whole class.
Hey, you can't bring
Can't be bringing Chick-fil-A like that.
Oh, yes, I can.
I can drive 40 minutes to go get Chick-fil-A.
That's about what it is for me too. Shit, let's go.
40 minutes?
Mine's gonna keep the stream going while we're running too.
Yeah.
I live in a small shit town. The closest one is Fort Myers.
I have 2 in my town. One's 5 minutes away, and the other one's down the street.
Yeah, we have one in our state.
I still have to wait like 40 minutes.
Because there's not enough people there.
Yeah,
I know.
Listen, me
You
and
have 4?
Liam.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder how many we have.
Shit. You should see the line at lunchtime. You're waiting an hour just to get there.
I know.
Dude, you should you should see it where the one is where I live. It's in it's
24.
It's in Bangor where
24.
it's
24. I have 24.
You have
24.
24 Chick-fil-A's.
Huh?
In your town.
We're in Salt Lake City.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, that is a big.
You can imagine how. Yeah, like we have a lot.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Cane's chicken is good too. So
I've never had Cane's. I've heard it's good.
Neither have I.
Their sweet tea, god dog, man. It's like you want some tea with your sugar. Having more sugar than you
how
are
you make
tea.
sweet tea.
No, bro, no.
How dare you?
Bill Miller's
tea is the
sweet
best.
Sweet tea is nasty as fuck.
Sweet tea is good, but Cane's
Go
is
straight to hell.
disgusting.
I'm already here, baby.
You're from Texas. You know you're speaking blasphemy, right?
Bill Miller's sweet tea.
All right,
Better.
touche. Bill Miller's is,
That's sweet
is
tea.
fucking good.
Fucking legit sweet tea.
If your sweet tea isn't almost as thick as syrup, it ain't sweet tea.
No. I can't do
what
that
is it?
sweet.
Bush's chicken. Bush's
Oh,
chicken
no.
here in my town has
Yeah,
like
no.
2 bags of sugar in their tea. I know because I know somebody who works there. It's
In a
too
gallon,
big.
it's 2 cups.
Yeah, and if you leave that shit out, like I usually leave my tea out.
That's not
Crystallizes.
sweet tea. That's just tea. 2 cups. That's just tea.
No. 2 bags.
No.
2 1-pound
Oh.
bags.
No, I'm saying according to Butterfly, sweet tea is 2 cups to a gallon. That is just
No.
regular tea.
That is regular tea. I thought it was 2 big old things, but like it's this big old thing.
Y'all are gonna have diabetes. Like,
Yeah, I don't drink sweet tea anymore because I can't. I love sweet tea.
2 cups,
Okay.
2 cups per gallon, and it doesn't even qualify as sweet tea. I'm like 2 spoons
That's
in a
just-
gallon, and it's sweet enough.
You're from the north.
That's because you're from the
Get
north.
outta here.
You're about as north as they go.
Get that shit
Poor
out
guy.
of here.
Listen, man, sugar was expensive back in the day. We gotta ration that shit.
Bro,
You
have you
come
ever
at
seen
me.
a black man make Kool-Aid?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, it's like Jello.
Exactly.
Like Jello, no.
Yes, it's like Jello. It's disgusting.
No, it's fucking delicious.
It's disgusting.
Simple
I'm not-
syrup Kool-Aid.
Hand to God, okay? Hand to God. Black people make the best fucking Kool-Aid.
Yes, we do.
Period.
Deep fried. Heck yeah, we do. Zal owns it.
Hell yeah.
What? I don't know how she gets back in here.
We don't.
Jesus.
Now,
And then you let the
Like
Mexicans
some-
get a hold of that, and they start putting fruit and shit in it, and it just kicks it up another notch.
Agua
And then you
fresca.
stick-
Cuervo.
And then you start
Agua
sticking
fresca.
liquor in there with another, the Mexican from across the border puts the tequila in there, and then you got a party.
We got some vodka over here. This Mexican.
We have diverted course once again.
it happens.
Oh, we're gonna cross that line a few times tonight.
It took us a little while without mask, but we got there.
I was about to say, without mask being here, it didn't come as quickly.
Come on now, y'all
Giggity.
saw the TikTok from Jeremiah. Y'all know where this is going. Labs don't shoot. Too late.
You go.
He said that, and I was like, technically, I fall into the same group as Trigun and Mask now.
You really do.
I mean,
Cap,
he
Cap,
said-
Cap and I are just sitting here. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. He already did it.
all I hear is there's guys in front of us. Okay, that's it. You say guys in front, I see them. I'm putting them down.
No, the best part is yesterday while we're playing, and Trigun or Lab's like, "Don't shoot. I know he's there. Don't shoot." And Hayes is like, "But he's just sitting there." He's like, "No, don't shoot." And the next thing you see on the feed, Hayes downed him.
and then what? And then, the puppers. Oh,
He looks sad that Mask isn't up.
He is. That's why he's in my room.
Like, could you please go wake up my dad?
That's your job. Go step on his nuts. A fucking dog used to do that shit all the time. Yeah, bitch.
No, that was really funny because then we immediately started getting shot at from somewhere else. Like as soon as that happened.
But oh, never mind. Not that game.
I was just like, "God damn it, Haste!"
Yeah, like shit.
What is it? Last night, who was it? It was me and Viz were playing duos last night, and he's like, "Hey, there's guys over there," and I just like, "Okay, I got this new LMG, dude." That LMG rips.
Yeah. Okay.
It
So
was
that's a new impromptu topic that we can add. The stupid new Fin LMG that's going to be the new meta in like 4 days.
With the chainsaw attachment at that.
That thing absolutely rips. No, dude, just use in Warzone. Just use it as a regular AR with the what is it? The XR.
The 75 rounds CT rounds.
Yeah, with the rapid fire barrel on it, and you're done. Like it just absolutely shreds people.
Yeah. What is
So
it?
what you're telling me is that I need to get on Modern Warfare and go ahead and grind this gun out.
And there's no recoil, none, like
None.
zero
None.
recoil, and it hits just less than the PKM.
Oh shit, the PKM fucking rips.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's does like
I hate Warzone.
The XRK advert barrel,
yeah, that one.
the long one, the advert gets your RP, your rate of fire up. That's the one you want to unlock, and you get some insane distance with that. And then you pack it with the CT rounds. I have it on the 75 round CT rounds that just make your fire rate even worse.
Mm-hmm.
Like it'll outgun
Everything.
It'll outgun a growl. It'll outgun a
because
Bruin.
you're hitting them with 5 bullets to 1. Like the rate of fire is so bananas that, and
Like,
there's
Viz
no
died.
recoil.
Viz died at 13 teams, and I got us to 3rd place
Nice.
before everything else.
Yeah.
And that's Trigun got him to third.
Right. That's a Trigun.
Well, I was
Hey!
waiting for Viz to use his self revive, and he had like 5 minutes. I'm like, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? And he forgot about himself. I'm like, oh god. I didn't want to go up the hill straight up into TV, so I came around the side and those little back buildings. There was a team there. I took them out, and then I hid behind the car that was right there outside of TV, and there was 4 teams left. I took out 1 team, and then down 2 more, and I ended up with 6 kills, and we were at 3rd place. I was like, this gun is stupid.
I know what I'll be doing in that.
No, it's ridiculous, Mikey. I had a 47-14 game in TDM on Shoot House with it earlier.
I did.
Like
It's
dumb. It's
76
really dumb.
on hardcore on Shoot House.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid.
So, slightly changing the topic, but another improv 2 thing that I noticed before I started. So, Fortnite has a new season, and it's fucking hilarious to me because they are like, well, no, they're like really trying to get people to like buy this shit now because they have sold all the way out. They have Wolverine, they have Mystique, they have Thor, they have Iron Man, they have Groot. Like all that is in the battle pass. Like it's one of the most like stacked battle passes ever. But I'm sure the gameplay is still just as stagnant. Like,
oh yeah.
So,
but
they're actually like kind of knee high up shit creek too. Because they need, I'm sure they had to pay a ton of money for that licensing and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
But
Well, the
now,
good thing is,
now they can't market.
quality.
Now they can't sell any of it on Apple. Any iOS device or Mac device can't run Fortnite right now. Or it will run Fortnite, but it can't be updated.
Yeah.
I think that's actually gonna really. I don't know how much it's gonna change it, but I think gamers that play on the mobile, especially like kids, are gonna move away from iPhone because of that.
It could hurt iPhone, but I don't necessarily know if Apple really cares, and I can't say too much.
Apple.
But
they definitely. I don't think they do, but they're losing out on a demographic, if you ask me. Which is not gonna really kill them.
That's not their target demographic, though. Like
right. That's what I was trying to say. It's not their target demographic, but they're going to lose that particular demographic.
Apple is moving away from a device model and more towards the way of Microsoft into a software model. That would be what their long-term strategy is going to be. Yes, they will still have their device and have their ecosystems, but you're not going to see like these huge, massive generational changes. Just because huge, massive generational changes and things like mobile devices are kind of dying anyway because they're so good now. Like you can do basically anything on a cell phone now that you can do on a computer, and you carry it around in your pocket. And how much computing power do you really need to carry around with you in your pocket? You can play games now at 120, like at a high refresh rate at 120 megahertz. If you're really into mobile gaming, you can do that. You can run spreadsheets. You can do all your general email. You can watch movies in like ultra high def. I have a phone in my living room that can project a movie onto a 120-inch screen on a wall.
Oh yeah, you have that phone?
I do.
I used to have it. I loved it.
Yeah, it's really cool. But like phones can do all kinds of this wild and crazy shit already. You're not going to see like these huge generational gaps in phone technology. Like, yeah, you'll see new network interfaces probably every 7 to 10 years, where you'll have something like 5G come out, and then you'll eventually have the next network technology come out, whatever that ends up being.
It'll kill us all.
Oh my goodness, please stop.
I did that to try to get you to get a rise out of you.
Please,
5G's killing everybody.
please stop.
5G created Corona.
I'm editing this out. Like, I'm in charge of the editing, assholes. Like, this is all gone anyway. No, like, so I just think that you're gonna see him go like more the way of the payment processing and software control type stuff. So them making this move to like really stick it to Epic Games and be like, no, we want game developers to use our ecosystem, and do things like that. Make your payments through our system, develop your games in our ecosystem. That's the way that they're gonna go. That's where they're making money now. I can't say that. They're not selling as many phones as they want to.
You can stop. You can stop.
Like, I'm gonna get in trouble
For a
Don't
while.
let me keep going.
No, I just have to think how to work around the NDAs. But
no things that not everybody
we
should.
don't need you to lose your job.
Yeah, don't lose your job over it.
Even though he might be quitting.
shh, they don't know that yet. They do now. No. They do now. No.
It's okay.
Nobody from work follows me. That's for the
I'll go
best.
try.
Sooner or later, somebody's gonna find out.
They're gonna be like, "Hey, have y'all seen this clip from Lab? He's
Like,
talking about putting his time in."
all right. Yeah. No.
Hey, at least they can't treat you like they did me. They gave me 3 days to leave, so and then they kicked me out like the day. I mean, it was ridiculous.
No. But no, and Robert's in my chat just going cough cough OnePlus. Yeah, no, absolutely. OnePlus is making awesome phones right now that are fully spec'd, 120 megahertz screen. I can do literally anything I want on it. And it's a generation old. Like I've always had the most up to date phones until this last generation. No, I've still got new stuff to like beta test recently, but
Cap, are you dying over there?
maybe.
I think one of the OnePlus phones is gonna be my next phone.
Absolutely would highly recommend a OnePlus phone. 100% of the time would highly recommend a OnePlus phone. They're fantastic, super customizable. If you don't need the iOS suite of features, go with a OnePlus phone because the build quality is everything you would expect after coming from an iPhone, only for like $400 less, and they're way more capable.
So they don't run on an Android OS?
They do run on Android OS, but it's essentially unlocked Android OS, which is really nice. So essentially you're getting almost the same experience that you do on like a Google Pixel. They do have what they call like the Cloud OS, which is like an overlay, but it actually lets you do some like, it's like makes stuff more accessible. Like some of like the UI tweaking that you can do in Android anyway. It just like brings it to the forefront and like into settings menus, so you don't have to like go poke around in like the guts of the phone to go get at shit.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've been Android since like the very first Galaxy came out.
Yeah, I've run both. Like I've run iPhone and I've run Android. There was a time where iPhone was super helpful for my work, and just because of the kind of the suite of the software that they offered, was super helpful. But that's not the case anymore. Android phones, you're generally getting better hardware for either comparable or less money. So
The only thing I use Apple for is my iPod.
yes.
It's the only thing I use it for.
That Apple Music, their streaming quality from both iTunes and just straight up Apple Music are really hard to beat. It's very good.
Cap, I see you more as a Zoom type of person.
A Zoom. Cap wasn't even Cap wasn't even old enough to like remember what Zune was.
I have.
Oh, Zune! That was my shit back in the day.
Oh my gosh, you would.
Oh, dude, I had so many games on that damn thing too. Like I had like I don't remember what it was called, but it was the XL one.
Yeah.
The big one. Yeah.
Like
The one that had
like the brick that you could kill a person with.
Yeah.
So it had like a
screen.
like a 3-hour battery life.
Yeah. No, I remember my mom and dad were looking at buying me an MP3 player for like my birthday or something when they came out. And I don't know, it was probably like 12 or 13, I think, probably when they came out. Maybe a little older than that. But
I had a CD player at that time.
yeah, it was going to be like my first MP3 player. I had bought like a really cheap like dollar store CVS one that held like 3 songs. If you like down converted them to like the smallest possible like file format, and it sounded like listening to it through a tin can on an AM radio. Like,
Damn.
But they were looking at grabbing one of those for me, and my dad picked it up. He's like, nah, man, this thing's garbage. like the first thing he did was like, he's like, nope, this is garbage. It's like, we're not buying it. We're not buying that. And I think I ended up like waiting a year till like the iPods weren't like $9,000 or whatever they ended up being.
Oh,
God, they were
like
so crazy expensive when they first came out. I remember, I think my kids had them before I even did. I was just like, crazy.
My dad's like, I'll buy you like a $30 CD player instead. Like, here you go. Another year on a CD for you.
I think the most expensive CD player I had, my dad got me for my birthday. It was like $50, and it came with a set of headphones and a set of speakers with some little hooks that you can hang on the wall, and you can just be like, yeah.
And it had that good anti-skip, like the 45-second anti-skip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you put that to the test too.
Yeah.
You did. You'd be like,
dude, yeah. I remember putting in like a really shitty CD.
I
and
remember
like,
testing it too. Like, I need to know, does it really not skip?
Right.
And it didn't skip. I went to my dad. I was like, Dad, thank you. And I'm like, look, watch this. And
He's like,
it started skipping. I'm like, he's like, you're going to break that thing already. I was like, no, it really works.
It really works. Let me show you how well.
Right, pulled the CD to CD, scratched a fuck.
Looked like a cat got a hold of
it. So real quick, I don't know how much time we got left, but I figured since Mass isn't doing gaming news, I can do a quick clip on gaming news. For those of us who watched the Ubisoft Forward event, the Tom Clancy's Elite Squad officially released today. It is a turn-based squad shooter. And the brand new game from Tom Clancy with a brand new story written by Tom Clancy's creative directors. If you want an action-packed mobile game with a strong story and lots of guns, that's what you're looking for.
Oh, it's on mobile?
Yeah, it's a mobile game. That's what that is something that actually surprised me. I did not know that it was going to be a mobile game. I thought it was going to be a console game. But I'm actually kind of really excited about it to see what it's like. I've never really been into the turn-based shooter games or the turn-based squad games, but it does seem to offer something new compared to what I'm used to on mobile. So
yeah, no, it could be fun for sure.
I mean, it's just nice to get Sam Fisher into another game.
Yeah, and it should have like a decent story. Usually the Tom Clancy games all have like campaigns and stuff should be solid. So,
he is in Rainbow Six now as well.
Yeah.
Did he did officially release?
Yep.
I'm sorry, it's not Sam Fisher. It's Zero.
Yeah,
gotta remember that.
All right, so we're gonna wrap it up here with a brief moment of promotion for our junk. We're on YouTube now, but we're also officially on Spotify. The first 2 episodes are up, I say the first 2 episodes. Episodes 7 and 8 are up now. I'm working on getting our older stuff converted because I have to do like an MP4 to MP3 conversion. It's been in the ass for those old ones. But they're up now. They're available to listen to on Spotify. As soon as I get done being dumb, they'll be on iTunes as well, or Apple Podcasts, whatever they call their service.
So they're never going on Apple. No,
yeah, basically. So they're never going on Apple. No, I just gotta find a hosting service that that hosts them without making me spend more money. But yeah, no. So they're there. They're available. They're up now. Production value is a little bit higher on this last one than the previous ones because I've kind of figured some stuff out with some editing software. So streams later. I don't know who's going to be playing games, but I'm assuming a portion of us are going to be playing games. So Hitman is mhitman87 on Twitch. Trigun is Trigun1512. Cap is Captain America. That's America, not America. America 26. And then there's me, Labworks90, and then Mikey is Deep Fried Oreo, and the fried is FR3D, and the Oreo is the Oreo O or 0?
Yeah, it's FR13D and then just a O.
Yep. So Deep Fried Oreo. And then Butterfly's not streaming yet, but we're working on it.
Get there. Hey, don't forget,
alive.
don't forget September starts in 4 days too.
That
so
is-
make sure you guys get those subs ready.
Yep. That's a thing.
What is it?
September for Twitch. It's like you get discounted sub or something like that
Yep.
for certain things.
Yep, they're doing deals and stuff like that, so go support your favorite streamers. Even if it's not one of us, preferably not one of us. Hey guys, it's your boy Labworks90 here. You made it to the end of the podcast. Awesome. Thank you for doing that. We really appreciate you sticking with us throughout this whole thing. We know it's like an hour out of your time. We really enjoy making these for you, so thank you so much. If you haven't caught us live yet, feel free to do that the Thursday before this actually drops. So that's going to be every Thursday at 7 Eastern. You get all that amazing content a little bit earlier, plus a little bit extra. There's some extra stuff in there that doesn't quite make the podcast, not quite podcast YouTube material. So you get all that bonus stuff by checking out a live stream. You can do that at my Twitch link, which is twitch.tv/labworks90. You can do that at Trigun's Twitch as well, which is twitch.tv/Trigun1512. And then if they're streaming, it's going to be twitch.tv/Mast58. Make sure to check out his TikTok too. He has the best TikToks in the game. Usually they're making fun of me, him, and whoever else is playing games with him that day. Then you have twitch.tv/Deep Fried Oreo from Mikey. He's the best. He's got a great community over there, really going strong. And then we have twitch.tv/Captain America 26. Obviously, you guys know Cap. He's the sweatiest of the sweats when it comes to Modern Warfare. Check him out. He should have the podcast a lot of the time as well. Then we have Butterfly. She's not currently streaming yet, but she's going to be very soon if we have our way. No, be on the lookout for her. Stream's coming soon from Butterfly. She's the GOAT. That's all we have for you guys. If you liked the video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, enemies, anyone, really. Just share it. We love you long time. It's really appreciated you guys making it all the way through the end of this hour podcast. And with that note, we'll see you all next week. I really appreciate you. Later.